Hey everyone, this is going to be the first video I've done because someone's requested a video, which hasn't happened before, so it's quite nice. It was requested by Asia. I don't know how to pronounce her surname. I think that's her YouTube channel. I think it's just her name. I'm not really sure. Maybe she can just comment on this video and then you guys can see her channel in the description. Anyway, she wanted me to do a video on Reborn baby care. So I'm going to do a video on what I know. I don't know probably as much as most people, but you know, whatever, I'll try. Okay, before I start, I just got Hailey here. I've got her in all light pink. She's just got a light pink onesie with striped pink and white light pants. These are one of the new ones I got her. And then just these light pink scratch mittens. So yeah. And she did have this dummy in, but she spat it out. It's just got a little bunny on it. That's Mia's dummy, but they can share because they got the same, you know, they're both girls. So anyway, okay, so the first thing is just general care, which is I've done a care about their hair before, but I thought I'd just do it in this video as well. To care for your reborn baby's hair is I use detangling spray. If you've got a reborn that has long hair, then I would recommend using detangling spray so you don't pull the hair out when you're brushing it. If your reborn has like quite long hair or has a tendency to come out if you use a normal baby brush, then I would recommend using a comb or even a baby comb. This is the one that came with the brush. I don't have the brush, unfortunately. I'll just try and put a picture in the video of what a baby brush looks like. I don't know where it is because my maid has put it somewhere and I really have no clue where it could be. I've searched everywhere. Anyway, and then because you can, if you use the stuff too much, not too much, but you know, by whatever reason, you can wash a reborn baby's hair. I've never washed her hair before, I just haven't found the need. But I mean, if your baby's hair isn't looking nice or smells too much like the detangling spray or is becoming hard from the product or whatever, then you can just wash a baby's hair with very, very mild baby shampoo. And be very careful, you know, not to get it onto their cloth body. No one wants a wet cloth body for their reborn. And then if you don't want to buy detangling spray, you can just use a spray bottle with water. Or to make it even better, you can just add a few drops of baby oil into the water. That's what I originally used for her and it worked very well. But I still prefer the detangling spray. And this is a really cheap brand, but it works really well. So yeah, so that basically is for your baby's hair. For their vinyl, what I do is every night, okay, not every night, probably every second night, or whenever I feel that she needs it, I will powder all of her vinyl. What I do is I put the powder onto a cloth, and then, not a cloth, like anything, any fabric, a bib, whatever, and I just put it onto the fabric and then just rub it a little, and then I'll just wipe it onto a vinyl, which works very well for me. Always, some people use a big makeup brush that has never been used for makeup. They use just that and just dab it in powder and do that. I don't have a big makeup brush, so that's why I use a bib or blanket or whatever I have. But a makeup brush would probably work better. I also, if it's very hot where you are, and I found this to help a lot, I'd always put, if it's a very hot day and it's humid and my hands feel sticky or whatever, or even after I washed them, you know, like with humidity, I always put powder on my hands before handling my baby's vinyl. Otherwise I'll just pick her up on her clothes, because someone told me that my reborn she wasn't, I don't know what they call it, but basically the artist didn't do whatever needed to be done to make it that she doesn't become shiny. I've got Mark here to show you. I got him quite a while before Hailey, but they're from the same artist, but you can see how shiny he's become. And I didn't take precautions with him because, you know, I thought that it would be sealed on so that he wouldn't, you know, like the matte type finish. So yeah, but I just find that to be very helpful to just put, I mean, it makes your hands smell nice and everything, so I mean, it doesn't really do harm. Some people say just don't touch your baby's vinyl in general. I didn't in the beginning, but I then started thinking to myself, you know, I got Hailey to enjoy her, and I mean, I don't want to have to be like cautious around her not being able to touch her vinyl or whatever. So now I just use baby powder on my hands whenever my hands seem, you know, not dry or whatever. And then if your baby's been lying around a lot, or just in general, I'll not like often, just whenever she seems, I'll just take a very lightly wet cloth. Like, I mean, I can squeeze this cloth and not a drop of water comes off. I just take a very damp cloth and then I just wipe down her vinyl. I've never found it necessary to use soap. Any soap, if you have to use baby soap, very mild soap, so it won't like mess with the vinyl and the paint. But I just find just using this is perfectly fine, and it works if there's any dust or, you know, stuff that they'll get from, you know, just being around. I mean, if you're sitting outside and the wind blows, they might get sand or whatever. I use that. And then to get into like all the little grooves and, you know, into by their eyes and everything, I just use an earbud with also some water, but not dripping wet. So that's basically all I know about reborn care. Tips and warnings, I guess, would have to be, don't leave your reborn in the sun. I think that kind of goes without saying. I mean, if you're sitting in the sun with your reborn for like 5 minutes, it's not going to do anything. I mean, I sit outside with her now in summer. I'll just show you guys quickly. I mean, it's sunny out, and I mean, all I do is I just sit on my lap and we sit in the sun for like a minute or two if I'm showing her the birds or whatever. And I mean, it doesn't do anything. But if you're going to leave her them in direct sunlight for like an hour, then it'll probably do something. Be cautious around pets. Luckily, my pets aren't destructive with them. They don't do anything wrong with my reborn, so I'm very lucky that. But I mean, you might have a puppy or cats. Cats are really bad, especially because they'll love to lie in the crib or on their face, and that's not really going to do much. But I mean, if they like stretch out and like hook the vinyl with their claw or something, then you got a problem. So just be careful around pets. I don't ban my pets from being where my reborns are. I mean, they've got just as much right as the reborns have to be wherever they want to be. I'm just careful. Like if I'm not in the room, I cover the crib with something so that the babies are protected if the cats come in. Or if I'm not going to leave them like on the floor in a crib or whatever. I always make sure that they're safe from the animals. But also they can also enjoy being by the animals. I mean, I've got pictures of Hailey sleeping on Blossom, which is my Labrador, and so yeah. Those are pretty much, that's pretty much everything I can give advice on. I don't know how good this video was. I was kind of just, you know, I didn't write anything down. I just tried remembering off the top of my head. So I really hope this helped you, Asia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. And yeah, like I said, if that is your YouTube channel, then, you know, let me know. So then the next video that because you requested 2 videos, and if you want me to share your channel in the next video, then I'll put it in the description, which the next video she requested is how to start a reborn channel. I'm going to do that. I haven't got a very successful channel yet, but you know, I'll still just give tips, you know, on how I started out, and maybe it'll be able to help you. So anyway, sorry this was a very long video, and thank you for watching. Bye.